Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Here goes another one. I said another one. Yeah, another one. Oh, it is. You can tell by that thumbnail right there. Watch out. Raiders. As you can tell by that thumbnail right there, yes, indubitably, we're going to get straight into it. Sasuke, doing the lumpy lump. That was the Tekashi 6ix9ine did the lumpy lump, huh? He did the cartwheel, the spinneroonie, the whatever you want to call it, right? But at the end of the day, was it real or not? That's the question a lot of people have been asking. Was this a staged event? Did this man do this to get some fizz, some spaz, some spizzackle, right? To get back on the mapple, right? Did he do it to get some clout, right? We know he's the world's biggest clout chaser. That's a fact. You know, right? That about to got hung. But here's the fucking for real thing, right? And I'm going to tell you guys, this was not staged. You know, I've looked at it from every angle, every aspect. I've been sent about 10 videos, numerous videos. And, you know, I'm one of those people, I got to see it to believe it. I don't want to feel it, but I got to see it, right? Guard! You know how we go, right? So anyways, I'm looking at it from every different angle. And if that was a staged event, if this man decided that for no other reason, he was going to get some monsters and they were going to kick him in the face, stomp him in his head and do things like that. And he was going to take those. Well, Sasuke, you got to get about this kudos. You got to give him his got to get up. You got to give him his real life kudos for that one, because them kicks to the face were quite vicious, right? Them ribs will never be the same again. And if he did that for clout, this Vato was willing to do anything for clout. It was not staged, gente. Now, I've been in a lot of things in my lifetime. I've seen a lot of people get jumped. I've been part of the jumping and I've been part of the getting jumped, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not fun. None of it. One thing I know about jumping people is you can never really get them. You know, I heard Whack 100, oh, power rule. The brother got up and walked away. Them essays didn't really do nothing to him on power. Well, let me tell you something, Whack stupid, right? BBL 100. The fact is, anyone who's ever been involved in a jumping or gotten jumped understands that when you got several people trying to get you, right? They're hitting each other. They're not throwing, they're not throwing them good things, and you know what I mean. Everyone's just trying to get theirs. You know what I mean. And it's a lot. It's a ruckus, right? It's a shit show. No one's ever really getting it like that. Now, I have seen some Vatos get drugged. You know what I mean? There ain't no doubt about it. I got drugged, right? So I understand. But at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, I can see where this situation, he was able to get up and walk away. Adrenaline was pumping. He was scared. That Vato was doing the fish. That Vato was doing the Finding Nemo, right? He was on the ground doing that. He was trying anything he could do so that they didn't apply more pressure. That Vato was probably giving up his whole bank statement and everything. I got 1.21 gigawatts in the bank. You know, he was giving it all up. He gave up his pants, that's for sure. Or they took him. Now, allegedly. Now, one thing I wanted to say is this. Yeah, he was able to get up and walk away. Whack 100? Of course. Of course, his adrenaline was pumping. They weren't trying to kill this man. They were just trying to give him a chequeada. Just a little taste of medicine. Not only for him being a snitch, but more so for him disrespecting people and just things that he says. You know, over time, man, you start to develop a character. People start to see you as a persona. And if your persona is, you know, bad-mouthing people, talking shit, and feeling that you can't be touched, well, someone's going to reach out and touch you. That's just a fact. There's people that don't like big mouths. There's people that don't like people, you know, that play a lot, joke a lot. There's a lot of people that don't like me. They're like, God, you guard. I don't like that shit. I'm going to get you. Well, come get me. You know, it is what it is. You know, there's nothing I can do to prevent it other than stay me and stay not scary. Now, when it came to 6ix9ine, the word on the curb was gun. A lot of people are like, that was staged, bro. That was a publicity stunt. That was to get him some clout and to get him back buzzing, cousin. They definitely got him buzzing. I think he's buzzing now more so than he ever did besides when he was telling on everybody, right? You know, he's in everyone's mouths. Everyone's speaking about it. We're talking about it right now. But I'm here to tell you guys, just being a street dude and just knowing how the streets work and looking at it from every angle, there was no way that was staged. Them kicks right there were teleported to his ribs. Them are different types of kicks, right? If that was staged, he lost 2 pinks and a purple, you know, when it comes to his dreads, because they were ripped out of his head quite violently. There was a lot that went on there. Now, the only things that I didn't agree with, because a lot of people are like, hey, he's raza, man. You talk about for the people, by the people. How can you talk and laugh at that dude get beat up? I don't care. I thought that dude got beat up. I got beat up before. Did no one care about me, right? And I'm a raza, right? Look, it has nothing to do with being brown. It has to do with being a person. See, we're all human. At the end of the day, man, we're all the same. And, you know, and if you talk a lot of shit, you're going to get the same treatment. It's called medicine, right? The gang I come from, the hood I come from, the barrio I come from, you know, where I was born and raised, Califas, everything is about medicina, okay? And if you want to be a patient, there's going to be some doctors that are going to prescribe you some medicine, right? That's just the way it is. You can only get away with so much for so long. It's a small world. Let me tell you this. Quick story, right? And then we'll get back to Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? I was working at the spot, right? And they hired a lot of ex-convicts there for some reason. But I had been there and I got in with the boss. The boss was from 60s. He was from 60s Crip. I remember we used to call him Black Diamond. He was cool, dark than a motherfucker, right? Looked like a mix between Wesley Snipes and that motherfucker that says, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You know who was that dude that says, hey, don't even play with me, motherfucker. Anyways, blacker than midnight, right? Looked like an alley. So, cool dude. He liked to hire a lot of ex-convicts, himself being an ex-convict. That's where I get the thing I always say, move smooth with a purpose. Hustle, right? He's the one that gave me that game. Anyway, so I'm working there with them. Everything's good. We're in the office. And I'm all happy. Orale, watch out. Office job, right? I think I'm all bad. And I'm doing my thing. And this dude likes to hire a lot of ex-convicts. So he hires this white boy. Now, this white boy's blasted from head to toe. And you can tell this wood was not plain, brother. He didn't want no coffee. Didn't want to have a cigarette. Didn't want shit. What he wanted was sangre. That was crazy, right? And I remember when he hired him, he was like, hey, I'm going to have him run with you because, you know what I mean? You can deal with them. I said, man, why are you hiring this vato? You don't want to look like Freddy Krueger. You know what? See that vato right there? That vato's going to come in here and lay us all down. You know what I mean? Think about it. Close the safe, right? Anyways, he hires this dude. Dude's actually a cool dude. We chop it up. He's been places like Old Folsom, Susanville, like myself. He's been to places like San Quentin, Tracy, everywhere. He's been up and down the state. Did his time and just trying to get a job. He's just trying to get a job. He ain't trying to make a career out of it. So I get a little bit of money, get a little bolsita, and he's happy, right? So trip out. I remember they hire him, and, you know, I'm never going to say his name because this story right here can get him caught up. But anyways, like, trip out. So they have a whole bunch of lames that are hired there. When I say lames, L7s. Dudes that ain't about that life. Knacks, right? Not a claimer. Just vatos that are regular, degular. These are actually the smart ones. We were the crazy ones, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, so what we did at this particular time is we were salesmen. Orale, Hoover vacuums, right? We didn't sell those, but we were salesmen, so we would go spot to spot and hook up with people. And we got the big idea that if we started posting our stuff online, people could hit us up with our phone number and we'd meet up with them and we're slaying a very dangerous situation. But we weren't thinking like that. We were young. We were really, it was what it was. But then what you want? What you want? What you need? Right? We got you. Covered like a state blanket. So anyways, watch out. Guard! I'm telling a story here. Fuck your coffee. Anyway, so look. We're doing our thing, right? And this dude, what I didn't know was this black dude has sold a little ate the wing to the monster, to Freddy Krueger, right? And Freddy Krueger had sold it to him. Either way, somewhere along the line, some things got crossed and money wasn't paid, right? So I remember it was about a week before we went out to go deliver some stuff. The white dude had quit. He just never came back to work. So we're like, we seen that one coming, right? He got his first check and was like, I'm gonna go get me some crack, brother. Right? He was gone. So now we're mobbing around and this chick keeps hitting the homie up like, hey, yeah, I want to get 3 of those. Or I want to get 3 of those. It wasn't nothing illegal. It was legal. And she's hitting him up and we're mobbing in this other white guy's car. So it's a white guy driving. I'm in the passenger seat, of course. You know, the brother's in the back. You know what I mean? And she's hitting him up. And he's like, hey, look at this badass chick, right? I think it was on Facebook or something. She keeps hitting me up. She wants to pick up 3 of them. Let's go over there, man. And I have a bad feeling. You know, I know the game. I was like, wait to what degree of fine girl's gonna get at you? Look at you. Essentially, you look like a mix between Schmiegel and Webster. You know what I mean? To what degree of Schmiegel? I don't know, but more Webster than Schmiegel. But you know what I mean? You're the wobble 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 hung hung hung. It's there, right? Anyways, trip out. We get to the spot, and as soon as we get to the spot, it was like slow motion. I was like, no. Dudes start coming out with straps. Boop, 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 boop. I was like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Right. I don't want medicine. I thought I was done. I thought they got us. But really, it was the white dude, and then he was coming for the brother, right? Because the brother had burnt him. The brother was like, nah, he said, man, I'm taking everything you got. I was like, oh man. But me and the white dude were always cool. I was like, damn, bro, like that. And he was like, hey, this don't involve you, bro. We're good. We're good. It's this dude right here. The chick had set us up, right? She had set us up, got us to a spot in the cuts. My whistles, right? And bam, we're over there. He's getting pilled butt naked. Like Tekashi, no, no. He's doing the offense, defense, right? And I'm sitting there like the big dog just watching. I was like, well, hey, look, that ring right there, I've always wanted to. Can you shoot it, right? Anyways, dude gets beat up. We pick him up out the dirt, like, damn, bro, what happened? all this for eighth of weed? All this for eighth of weed? Get your dumb ass in the car, you dumb motherfucker, right? Moral to the story is, later on, you know, we get back to the company, and he done got stripped butt naked, all his product took, everything he had. The boss is mad than hell at him, and the boss is mad because I told him, yeah, it's that white guy. You know what I mean? He gave me a little medicina. No big deal, right? So he calls the white guy because they're friends. You know, he's like, hey, bro, you stole some of my stuff. You know what I mean? Can I get my stuff back? Keep it, shit. I don't care, but can I have mine back? And the white dude's like, nah, you're burnt. Right? He's like, gee. He said, I'm on crank right now. You're burnt. Wood, brother. So now everyone's mad at him. So now I'm mad because my boss is my boy, right? So I'm like, man, I'm talking high powers. Man, that white boy, he could have got me when he had me. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, anytime he wants, right? Well, he calls one day and he's like, hey, I heard you're talking all that stuff. Well, let's meet up. Well, let's meet up then. He never comes, right? And I'm glad he did it because he was a monster, right? But the moral to this story is this. This is how small the world is. I go to the county jail. I'm sitting there in the county like, damn, I forgot I'm doing like a little 20-day bid or whatever. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, man, what if that big old white boy walked in here right now, man? That'd be the worst situation possible. I'm already mad. I'm sitting there doing time. I'm like, man, this sucks. What if he walked in? I swear to God, they said, no arrivals on 2. That about to walk right in. I was like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean? Needless to say, we talked it out. But what I wanted to explain to you was this. It's a small world. And it seems like the people that you don't want to see are the ones that you're always going to run into. 69, it was only a matter, 69, it was only a matter of time before he ran into some real ones that was trying to see him. And that's exactly what happened. So all these people that are talking about, oh, this is staged. He did this for publicity. It was a publicity stunt. Man, you need to really, really, really pay attention to the videos and visualize those kicks, but feel them. Feel them, you know what I mean? Don't just look at them. Understand them. I've been in the mix for a long time. I'm here to tell you, as a real street dude, real life, real talk, someone who was really in it. I know I make J-Cat out a little bit sometimes. Guard! That's all an act. But one thing I'm telling you is for sure, palabra. Them kicks were A1 from day one. Those were day oneers. Those were real. Now, the dreads getting ripped up out of his head, his forehead. His forehead was peeled back here. Right? He got up looking like the Predator wearing mini shorts. That about the shit were angled. Like I said, he had the small little boxers on, the puffy jacket, and his dreads were back here. Ha 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 ha. They got him, right? They got him. For all the people that don't believe it, conspiracy theorists. Oh, Will Smith and Chris Rock, that slap was they planned that shit. Oh, Russell Westbrook wearing that dress, that was all planned. No, that was planned. I can't say that was planned. But hey, on 6ix9ine. No, that man got caught slipping. That man got caught slipping in LA Fitness. That's it. Can I get a witness? Bang, bang. As he was walking out of there, you know, you could see the anguish, the lumps, the blood, the look in his eyes. The look in his eye. He was bewildered. He was like a deer in the headlights. That one was like, oh, man. I can't believe it did to me. He just heard that. Can't believe it. Ah. Get up out of here. But that's what happens when you run your neck. Fools ain't playing in the streets, man. One thing about the guys in the streets nowadays is they'll pull your card. They'll pull your whole card. They'll do a credit check. You know what I mean? Oh, they're about this lacking and this macking. They're not playing. Okay, I hate when the people say, oh, it's watered down now. Vatos ain't on that G shit. Shit. You better ask somebody like John Cena. The vatos are different nowadays. The thing is, back in our days, it was a head up to your fed up. Now, that was hard. And nowadays, they'll plaquear you. They'll just jump you, smoke you, whatever, with the quickness, you know, leave no witness. That's how they get down. So what happened to Tekashi doesn't shock me. It doesn't. You know, I'm not like, oh, tripping off of it. It is what it is. But what I was tripping on is all the people, you know, because I had to ask myself too, would he do that? You know, it seems like right up his alley to do a publicity stunt, to get some fame, you know, because we weren't talking about him. You know, he was kind of falling off the map. Then he goes to this game. He's getting things thrown at him. He's over there arguing with her. No, you understand who I am. I told on everyone. And everyone's like, we know, puto. That's why we're throwing Cokes at you. Oh, watch out. Here's a Diet Coke. So hey, give me that. Oh, squirt, right? And they're throwing squirts at him. Look, then the vato goes to the gym and gets smacked. Now, you know, who did it? Why they did it? Well, I'll tell you why they did it. They did it because he's a poop butt. You know what I mean? And who did it doesn't matter. You know, you can put a label on it, a gang on it, whatever. And I know a lot of people told me, Gun, I've seen your video and you're talking about, oh, that's dry snitching. Listen, man, I don't care if a vato walks right in right now, right here while I'm on camera, and smokes your boy, right? And says, I'm from whoop-de-whoop-whoop, and I did it. Don't blame him. Don't blame him. You know what I mean? Let me leak out. You know what I mean? I'm going to a better place, hopefully, right? Or wherever I go, that guy go. But don't blame him. You know, let it work out in the court of law. You know what I mean? Don't put a label on him, because I don't agree with, you know, what 6ix9ine did, which is testifying against people. Incarceration is the worst thing ever bestowed on man. Okay, when you're locked up and you've done some real time, like I've done, and those around me that I function with have done time, it's a lonely existence, right? Yeah, you could have camaradas, homeboys on that yarda. Yeah, it's all good. You go out there, but spread. Oh, that's fine and dandy. But it's only you and you alone. When you go back in that cell, you're your own man. You have to think about everything, all the consequences of your actions. And if you're doing all day, imagine all day, every day. That's a lot of time to think. And your mind starts playing tricks on you. It's a very lonely existence. And it's something I don't wish upon my worst enemy, you know. So to put anyone, you know, I understand we put ourselves in our own situations. Everything we do is we do because we do. But we don't need the next man helping, you know, to get us incarcerated or setting us up or all that. You know, what 6ix9ine did was a very bad thing. You know, he was out there hanging around when he had them red binders. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Treyway, remember all that? He was out there doing his thing. Now, if those around him that he kept around him were playing him out of pocket, boning his old lady, well, Sergeant Gang, you know what I mean? She enjoyed it. Be happy for her, right? But at the end of the day, for him to tell because they were boning his old lady or they set him up or whatever, I can understand him being mad. But it's your gang, right? Deal with it. You know what I mean? Handle your business. Snake on him. Do whatever you got to do. But he decided to go the other route and was to tell on him. And it happened. If you think everybody from the streets, man, is going to accept that, they're not. Okay? People don't accept that. And it might not even be their own homeboys. Like Wack 100 said, that was a black thing. I don't know why the essays got involved. Because we wanted to. Vato. Sasuke, remember? Do with your own people. That's what they did. Brown on brown, right? You know, allegedly. I'm just saying, you know, at the end of the day, man, when you do bad things to bad people, bad things come. It's called karma. It's real life, man. Like I said, walking into that place, the last person I wanted to see was the white guy. He walked in, ding dong, the wood is dead, the wood is dead, the wood is dead. I was like, oh, ding dong, I'm gonna kill that wood, right? I was tripping. But it was the one I seen. That's what I'm saying. It's a small world. The last people on earth that you think you're gonna run into, you will. And he ran into the last people he wanted to. Now, he checked himself in the hospital. I heard he walked all the way to the hospital, just in them small ass shorts and a puffy jacket, leaking. You know what I mean? Trying to get there. He got there. Whatever happens after that happens. I don't know. But as far as it being a staged, or as far as it being a staged incident and all that, nah, Charlie, man. I call bullshit on that one. That about got his whole head caved in. That's a fact. Anyways, man, I'm done talking about it. Last one on that situation, unless something hot comes up, then bang, bang. But with that being said, you know, violence is never the way, gente. But silence is. And sometimes when you don't do silence, what rhymes with it? Violence. Anyways, it was real, wasn't staged. I can promise that. But if you go to Gunner's Profiles, we will be talking about a fight that was staged. Bam! Trip out on that. With that being said, I hope that you move with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, at the real end of the day, right? It's all about you and your familia. Keep your mouth shut, man, or your own will remind you. That's facts. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue. I said crown. And hey, amor del rey. Respect. You already know what it is, man. This is the gun. Bang, bang. And in that fashion.